Hey, what's happening, Facebook family? Come to y'all a little earlier this week. I said I was gonna start coming on Fridays to give y'all an update on what's going on. But like I said, I've been hiring technicians and we're kind of expanding. So I'm in the process. I got a new technician. I got another technician I'm gonna be probably bringing on in about another week or two. And what we're doing now, because I'm bringing in new technicians, I gotta get more service vans. So remember I was telling you where I buy my vans at? I go to the government auction, the federal government auction. I go to the state auction. Where today I'm out at the state surplus. I'm actually looking at a couple of vans to buy. Right now it's not really a good time to buy because tax money people have, and people with taxes are coming up here. So some of the prices are a little higher than what I normally like. But I gotta have some vans. And so I'm out here looking, and I'm gonna put a couple of bids on a couple of vans out here. So I'm gonna switch around, just show you what the vans I normally get, so everybody have a little update on how I go through the vans I want. Okay, I'm gonna switch this around. Okay, where I'm at North Carolina State Surplus, and if you look around here, they have all their North Carolina vehicles. And they bring them up here to Raleigh and they sell them. And open to the public. As you see, they have them out here. Just the fleet vehicles that North Carolina have. The North Carolina vehicles, I'll go ahead and tell you, they're not as good a shape as the federal government. And the federal government, they have to sell their vehicles once they get 50,000 miles or 5 years. North Carolina kind of run theirs in the ground. Most of them going to have 120,000 miles or more on them. Or they're going to be 10 or 12 years old. But they're pretty good. But the vans I like to get these little Dodge Caravans right here. I got two of them right here I'm actually looking at. And what I'm doing, I'm actually letting them run. I've been buying these vans, God knows, for maybe 10, 15 years. I come out here and I get them whenever I get new technicians or whenever our old vans go out. I come and buy them. This van right here, I know the problems with it, so I know how to repair it because I've had so many of them. What we do, we buy them, and what I do once we buy them, I come in here and let's see here, and what we'll do, we'll take all the seats out. I take the seats out, take them to the scrap yard, throw the seats away. Now I go to Walmart and I buy these little tubs, and I'll show y'all that video once I buy one and how I outfit it. I go to Walmart, buy $20 worth of these little plastic tubs, stack them in there. I get the windows tinted, then I put my letters on it. It cost me about $200 to get my windows tinted, put letters on it, and I got a service van for technicians. And this one right here got 122,000 miles. It's a 2006 Dodge Caravan. It got the 3.3 engine in it. What I'm doing here now, I'm waiting for the cooling fans to turn on. They actually are turned on now. I found out with these, a lot of times they have the dual cooling fans. Sometimes with the state, I don't know why, but the cooling fans are actually, one of the cooling fans will be locked or be broken. And what happened when the cooling fans try to turn on, a lot of times it's a fuse that sets right here. It'll blow that fuse. So I make sure that the cooling fans are not locked. They will turn on. You can get in them when you come up here. They give you the key. You get your driver's license. You tell them what van or car you're interested in. They'll give you the key. You can't drive them really. Not supposed to drive them around the lot. But what I just do like I'm doing now. I'll pull up a little bit. Make sure the transmission working, pull back like that. Just make sure the transmission is good. Turn the air conditioner on. Make sure the air is good. I turn the heat on. Make sure that the heat is working. Radio, I don't care. This is a work vehicle. I don't care if the radio work or not. I don't care about that. I just let it run. I let it run for about another 5 or 10 minutes while I'm out here to see if it actually starts to heat up. If it doesn't heat up, normally if it wasn't tax time, let's switch it around. Let's switch this camera around. Okay, if it wasn't tax time, I would put a bid of about $800 in on this van. And it's two of them around here. And they have sales all the time. They constantly got vans coming in here. So I just come out here and I'll find a couple of them. And I'll put $800 bids in. And it'll take me maybe a week or two. And eventually I'll win one of the $800 vans. And that's how I get my service vehicle. Because it's tax time now, I'm going to have to go a little higher. Because everybody's out here. That's why the lot's so empty. Everybody got their tax returns. So now I'm going to have to, instead of paying $800, I'm going to have to put a bid in about $1,500 to $1,600 to get this van. And because I definitely need one. The ones I have now are doing well. But like I said, I got new technicians coming in. I need to get them into something. Like I say here, normally if it wasn't tax time, I'll wait it out, get me one for $800. But it's tax season, everybody got money, everybody out here looking. Matter of fact, I couldn't even get all the keys I want because so many people out here looking right now. And this auction is going to be going on the 1st of March. So in about 2 days, and that's another thing, 1st of the month, people getting paid. So they're coming out here and they buying them, and you got people, know people getting their tax money. They come and buying them, flipping them on Craigslist. So what happens, I'm coming out here, gonna grab me, I'd like to get 2 vans, but I take one for right now, and then that'll get us enough to wait until after the tax season is over with and all the money is gone and the prices come back down. But they have nice stuff. They have like the Dodge Chargers, they have like they have Dodge vendors, they have pretty nice stuff. If you ever looking for a car, come to the state auctions or to the federal government auction. You pay cash for it. It's better than going out and getting a card note or something. You pay cash for it, and I have, like I say, I make them into service vans, and like 122,000 miles, I drive it for 100,000 miles. So what happened at about 225, 250? Sometimes because of the weight and so many miles that we put on them and stopping and going all the time, I might start to get problems with the transmission. I get problems with maybe the fuel pumps and stuff. I'll put those on this one, because once we get them in, I put the electronics in it. Sometimes I'm gonna start having problems with the alternator, but like I said, I've been getting them so long and I've done so many of them. I could put an alternator on in 10 or 15 minutes. Matter of fact, I can put the cooling fan and the radiators and all that on here, but I don't want to start off doing it. I just want to get one and go ahead and put a guy in it and let him start driving it, make my money back in about a week or two off of it, and then after that, it's totally a totally free service vehicle. So if I'd much rather buy this vehicle right here for $1,600, give it to a technician. They're gonna be driving the H out of it. They're gonna be going to the warehouses, going places, putting stuff in it, scratching it up. I don't care if this gets dented up. I don't care if they run into the back of the ramp at the warehouse on this $1,600. But when I was going to buy brand new trucks and I was paying $30,000 and $40,000 for it, that sucked when you destroy $30,000 or $40,000 in 5 years. If I destroy $1,500, $1,600, $800 in 5 years, I'm happy. When something goes bad on it, we just take it to the scrap yard. The scrap yard will give us $400 or $500 for it, and I'll come out here and buy another one. So this is how I do my service vehicles. Like I said, I'm gonna go ahead now. I see they're not heating up. Everything's checked out, the sniff test for me. Anything else that's wrong with it, once I get it to my house and let a technician, I'll drive it for maybe about a week, and then I give it to a technician and it's ready to go. And once I get one, I bring y'all along and I show y'all how I take it to my guy, let him tint the windows, let him put my letters on it, how I go to Walmart and Lowe's and just put shelves in it, and how we outfit them. And like I said, for less than $2,000, you got your service vehicle. And once we put the letters and the tint on it, it looks really good. It's clean. It's easy to park. And a lot of these, when you're going downtown Raleigh and stuff now, the parking spaces are really small. So I don't like the full-size vans anymore. They can get in and out with these, and it's really good. And it's like driving a car. They're comfortable, good driving cars too. So thank y'all for tuning in. I'm gonna go ahead and turn these off, take the keys back in, and go ahead and wait to go put my bids in. Thank y'all for tuning in.